This is Draconian Combat, episode 94. I'm here with Adrian Mumphrey, my co-host. What's up, dog?
What's up, bro? How you been, dog?
Doing good, doing good. We're gonna touch on UFC. What's the one coming up in January?
324, I think.
324. We're gonna touch up on Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, and also touch up on my homeboy Adrian's fight coming up. Adrian, tell us about it, bro.
So I'm fighting for AKA, that's American Combat Alliance, January the 3rd at the Live Casino. It's a 185 kickboxing fight against Terry Wise. He's 4-1, I believe, against some decent guys. Pretty game kid. Yeah, should be a fun matchup. I like the matchup, so I think it's a banger. Whoever can get their game plan off first should probably will definitely take control of the fight. So I'm just gonna just go out there, be ready to execute, live in the moment, show. I said on my Facebook a new shed in my skin, so show a new version of myself, and should be a banger. First fight for AKA. I heard that Dustin Poirier is going to be in attendance to watch the Nice Guy show, so
Okay.
should be lit. That's just a rumor though. That's just what they
It's
said.
it's in Louisiana. You never know. So
No, I'm dead serious though. I know I said that in a joking way, but I'm like dead ass.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's in Louisiana. It's Shreveport. I moved out here probably 4 years ago. I've been to Shreveport probably like 10 times at least now, and it's kind of like a mini Vegas
Oh
for
shit! I
Louisiana.
mean, maybe I'm just gonna hope I was supposed to say that. I mean, that's not. I didn't get told nothing. I've just been hearing like I don't know. I'm on the internet. Fuck it.
If he pops up, he pops up. I know that live. My cousin went to that live casino and he said it's really nice, and he's been going out there. He stays at the other hotels, but I guess that live casino is new, and they
Yes.
stayed there for the first time, and he said it's really nice. So I wouldn't doubt like he pops up just because it's like new and popping right now. And it's
Hopefully,
fights. It's fights in fucking Shreveport. So I wouldn't
hopefully,
doubt it.
or Bossier or some shit. I think it's the same thing as Shreveport.
It's
Hopefully,
fucking Shreveport, bro.
like I can.
Cross the bridge here, like you're in Shreveport. So it's like you got
Oh,
casinos on both sides, but it's like they don't. When people say they're going to Shreveport, or when people say they're going, they just say they're going to Shreveport. They don't say they're going to Bossier. But
I just keep telling people it's from Shreveport because I can't say Bossier anyways.
it's like 6-7. Like it's like that. You got
I,
Shreveport on this side. You got
I'm
Shreveport on
probably,
this side,
I'm
and you got
probably
Bossier City on this side, and you got a bridge that crosses. But they both got casinos and shit on both sides, and people go there to party and drink and shit and gamble.
well, yeah, I won't be able to gamble because I'm not 21. I actually think I'm getting escorted right after the fight, not by the EMS though, so that's all that matters. Just
Yeah.
escorted by, I guess, the commission. Sorry, buddy, you're not 21. You got to get the fuck out.
Shit, they should give you guys the fight for free so you can watch it in the hotel room at least.
Like the pay per view.
Yeah, that would be nice since you guys can't stay there for the whole event
Well, it's
because
only me, JJ.
that's still fucked up. But I guess I get it though because it's a casino. How are you feeling going to the fight though?
I feel pretty good, bro. Definitely been learning a lot. Been training more. I feel like ever since I took that little scar in May, I could have used that as a chance to, victimize myself some more, make excuses, but took it on the bumper road, took it on the chin. Feel like I've definitely had some extra motivation, helped me find my why a little bit more. Kind of feel like a fighter now. I know I lost to Joseph before, but that just didn't really. Well, honestly, it's kickboxing, so it's not like I'm looking at it like that anyways, because I want to do MMA. But that I don't know that loss against Joseph didn't really change too much for me because I didn't really take that fight super like not saying I didn't take Joseph serious. I just wasn't just had other
We're locked in, yeah.
I just wasn't locked in. I was a young little boy, had a little girlfriend at the time. Just wasn't locked in. A little bit of an ego because I won that first fight. Thought I was on top of the world, so just didn't really train hard. Didn't stay disciplined. Uh, and it took me a while to get that discipline and that passion again. I still loved it, but I just didn't feel like I had the same passion for it. Like I was still super interested in it, but I feel like I was just not reaching my full potential. So I feel like I've just been trying to, take it more serious and I'm young and hungry, so I'm just honestly trying to find every little ounce of knowledge I can, observe it, absorb it, I believe is how you would actually say it, kind of like a sponge, and yeah, just get better, be a better human, be a better fighter, and just show it every fight.
Yeah, I know you've been locked in for a minute. Training. I know
Yeah,
you
I was
started to
supposed
fight
to fight
soon.
in October and November, but everything works out for a reason. I get to fucking fight for AKA, the weight's Gucci, so I'm not tripping.
So with
And
this fight with AKA, you're doing this kickboxing bout. Um, you're talking about transitioning to MMA. Is this going to be your final fight in kickboxing to make that transition? Or are you looking at one more fight of kickboxing than MMA?
I don't know. It just depends. I'm just taking it one day at a time. I mean, shit. All my jiu-jitsu guys, let me. If this is a good wizard, maybe. And I don't know if that wizard looks good, I might be ready for MMA. But I don't know. I might have some more things to work on a little bit before I put on the 4-ounce gloves. So we just have to see.
Gotcha. How's your mentality different going into this fight? I know it's been a long time since your last fight, and you're supposed to compete quite a few times since then. Things happen, things change, shit like that. How is your mentality from that last fight going into this new fight? Especially knowing you've had a lot of time to, I like to say sharpen the blade, brush up on your skills, and just sharpen the tools. So how are you feeling, going from that last fight to this fight now?
Honestly, I feel pretty confident. I think a lot of the confidence just comes from being more prepared than I wouldn't say normal because I guess this is the new normal, but I guess just being more prepared so it makes me a little bit more confident. And honestly, I mean, still only my 5th fight. Like I said, I'm still young and hungry, but I know I'm gonna be doing this for a while, so I'm just kind of still getting more and more comfortable with I guess the reality of what I'm actually about to go in there and do. Like
Right.
it's a fight. There's a lot of you can easily let thoughts kind of get in your head and make it more bigger than what it really needs to be or more stressful than what it really needs to be. So I feel like I'm getting better at not doing that. Just realizing it's just something I do. Just fully surrendering to the moment, just kind of being there and just detaching from the outcome.
Right. Before we move on, I do want to talk about you're really big on meditation, and for this fight camp, did you rely on meditation a lot to kind of like bounce
Yeah, honestly, at this
some of the
point,
chaos?
I wouldn't
then
even say
go
my
ahead.
fault. I'm finished.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
No, I wouldn't even say it's a fight camp thing no more. I feel like it's something that like, 'cause technically I wasn't in camp for a little bit. I took like not like a break of training, but I took like this like a little week and a half, 2 weeks when the last fight got canceled to kind of take it easy a bit. So I guess I just wasn't in camp mode.
Right.
And I would still say that I was still meditating. So it's just something I do to just help me be more present. I feel like there's only one thing you have, and it's the now. So just really trying to live in the now more, be more present. So I feel like this, waking up or just getting any time of the day to really just like actually kind of center yourself and, listen to your own thoughts. I think it's good for everybody, honestly.
I know one of your sponsors, iChiro.
Yes.
How has that been a advantage to you as a fighter, being able to utilize them as well?
Well, first of all, I guess the connection with the people, just great people. So it's just always good to have a support team behind you. People that, always asking how you're doing, making sure, just holding you accountable, I guess. And then, just the free services, it's helping me train harder, train, more, recover faster, do more than I ever done. My skin, looks pretty good too from doing this, the red light, the freezer. So, I feel like all of that's just helping. It's just a good environment. Just giving me more tools to use, I guess. So, yeah, it's been a big benefit, big change in this camp, being able to do my red light and my sauna, my freeze.
Before we continue,
they'll let me train.
go ahead.
Sometimes, during my shifts, they let me train too. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we continue, I'm gonna touch up on one more thing, then we'll talk about what happened last night. God damn, bro, I'm fucking drunk right now. I can't even remember what the fuck I was gonna ask you.
No, you're good.
Oh, my bad. Your game plan going into this fight. So you don't have to give it to me, but what is your mentality going into this fight? Like, Are you gonna make a statement? Are you planning to walk this dude down? Are you gonna fight a smart fight and a technical fight? How are you feeling? You got to answer it, but I'm just curious. I got to ask these questions to fighters.
I feel you.
What's your game plan going into this fight?
I
Without
would just
telling me too much.
No, I got you. I would say my game plan is probably this, just execute, just go in there and let my body, not try to think about anything, just let my body do what it knows how to do. Like everything I'm training is going to come out in there. It's pretty much muscle memory at the point. The game plan is going to be muscle memory. Yeah, so I'm just going to go out there, have a fun fight, actually have fun, enjoy the moment, not let anything really get in my head. I feel like this is probably going to be my first fight where I'm not really thinking in there. I'm just flowing. I feel like all my other fights, I was always thinking about I don't want to give out too much sauce, but I read something and it was like, you don't want to really necessarily play to, fuck. I screenshotted it. Let me read it.
Okay. This is unscripted.
Hard sparring, I guess. Too much hard sparring. I'm joking. I don't have CT. But it's from this book I've been reading called The Champion's Mind. I'm going to find it because it wasn't too long ago. I just get a shit ton of screenshots. Sorry. I'm going to find it, though. We're not moving on because I remember and I want to find it.
While you're finding it, tell us about The Champion's Mind.
It's just a book I've been reading by some dude named Jim Aframo or something like that. I've been reading, the last book I read was Be Water, My Friend by Susan Lee, but it was teachings of Bruce Lee. So Susan Lee's Bruce Lee daughter. That was a really good book. I started reading in August again. I used to read in my first fight camp, and it was just one of those things I stopped doing when I just lost my discipline. But I would definitely say that now that I kind of locked back in, I guess, I would say that reading is definitely one of the key things that's been helping me a lot too. So Atomic Habits was what I started off with, and then I did The Power of Letting Go. I still haven't finished that one, but Be Water, My Friend, and Champion's Mind. So I just try to get a chapter a day, or just a couple of pages. Sometimes I can't get a full chapter. But
no, that's what's up. And reading in a way can be I don't know if it's a way of meditation, but definitely a way to decompress.
Well, you just want to learn. I mean, it's better than just scrolling through this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like
so. I feel like
kind of escape some, the real world.
When you play to win, you allow yourself to play as yourself. Playing to lose keeps you on your heels. Playing to win keeps you on your toes. I always kind of felt like, when I was fighting, I necessarily wasn't fighting to lose, but what that means is I was just kind of thinking about not committing, because if I commit to this, I might get caught with this. If I do this, this might happen. Once you do that, you start losing your own abilities. But when you play to win, you just go in there and you're seeing every action, what task you have to do to win. It's going to help you, you're just going to have fun because you're playing to win the game. You're not really looking for the outcome. You're just looking for the task that you have to do to win the game. So in this action, it would be a fight. And for me to win this fight, I got to hit him more than he hits me. Or I just got to hit him with some hard, snappy shit. Boom. Either way, I just got to find. I'm not thinking about actually, thinking about how I can set that up or what I need to do to win. But I'm not thinking about me, literally, how it goes. Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I think I know what you're trying to say. I think it comes down to also not forcing the finish.
Yeah.
Looking for it when opportunity comes for the finish, but not necessarily pressing for the finish, but at the same time still pressing your style. So there's a balance to it as well. I don't know if I'm saying correctly compared to the quote itself, but that's what I'm taking from it. Is yeah, I mean, it's almost like you go into a fight and you have a game plan and it doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
And then you have some fighters, they fold when it doesn't work, but you have some fighters who excel when it doesn't work and they figure it out. They adapt mid fight. And
I guess really my game plan for this, I just want to. I feel like even the fights I won, I reacted a little bit. I'd rather initiate than react. So,
right.
Not saying that necessarily means I'm just gonna go out there and brawl, but no, I definitely want to. I just want to have fun. I feel like, I mean, I've always had fun in my fights, but I've never really just been fully flow. I know that takes a little bit. You're always going to have, some type of self-talk in there, but I just want to, keep finding myself and, keep finding who I am in that cage. That's really the game plan. So not necessarily thinking about what Terry Wise can do to me, just thinking about what I can do to Terry.
Right.
Pause.
No, I think you're gonna do good. I think you've been training for a while for a fight. I'm not gonna say that fight. You've been training, and I think you're well prepared. And if I could take for that quote again, I would say, yeah, go in there to win. But I would say don't force anything. If something happens, and it happens. Fight your fight. You know what I mean? Don't fight out of character in the heat of the moment. Sometimes the fights there's a heat of the moment where things are getting really intense, and we tend to stray away from the basics and the game plan. And you just go in there and fight your fight. And as long as you do that, I think you're prepared. I think you're gonna get this dude out of there. I think you got it, bro.
I'm not. I mean, I want my first finish, bro. I haven't finished anyone yet. Pause. But I'm going for it. I am going for it.
Sometimes you can still beat somebody's ass and get a unanimous decision. I'm just saying.
That's always a possibility. But damn, bro, I'm getting paid off my ticket sales. Yeah. But eventually, dude, I want my bonuses. I can't get no bonuses off Fight of the Night all the time. That means I'm getting CTE. I gotta get a knockout. I gotta get a performance of the night bonus. Plus, the fucking Dustin Diamond Poirier's gonna be there, bro. He doesn't want to watch no porn in his decision.
Nah, he might like a war if it's a good ass fight.
I don't want a war.
You don't want a war, but you can put on a good show.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put on a show, but
you could beat somebody's ass with style.
I definitely can. I am one of those fighters. I feel like when I am dominating a fight, it's fun to watch. Just watching a fight in general is fun to watch. I mean, I think I just have one of those styles, but I do know for a fact, with what I see from what I've been training, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm just in there to execute. Yeah, so I'm not really necessarily looking for the knockout, but I want a knockout. I'm not saying that's what's not predicting anymore. Like I said, I'm just going to go in there and execute, but I have been training to execute a knockout.
Yeah, I think you're going to be straight, bro. I think you're going to be straight. As long as you don't force it, I think the knockout will find itself. I've watched video on that dude, and I think it's nothing you can't handle, and it's nothing that's unfamiliar. Nothing that's unfamiliar. So I think you'll be straight. I do want to talk about what happened last night. You was talking about CTE. Jake Paul. Because damn, bro, that fool can take a fucking hit, dude. He was getting some hard ass shots.
He hasn't been hit yet. I mean, he's been hit, but he hasn't been fucking hit.
Oh, I know.
But
still, he was taking some hits. And
no,
I was expecting his lights to go out, but he can just take it. I think eventually it would have went there if there was no ref.
No, that too. No. I think. If Jake is not juicing, he has a chin. Because that two, he was trying to take his head off of that two. That was a real two. He did not pull that.
And with Anthony Joshua, he did the job. I thought he was going to finish earlier. I think he thought himself he was going to finish earlier. But I think what threw him off, I kind of expected it in a way, but what threw him off is he didn't probably expect to chase Jake as much as he was doing during that fight.
I don't know what he was choosing to chasing is always a choice. So
chase, and I would say forcing shots, power shots. Because in those first couple rounds, he was missing bad.
It really was, bro. I think he was just chasing him, and then when you're just chasing the KO, it's hard to do that. I mean, Jake Paul compared to AJ is a scrub, but at the end of the day, Jake Paul is not a scrub. So you're not just gonna go in there and just fucking boom, boom. In this drop. Now, honestly, I swear to God, dude, I really thought that's how the fight was going to go. Once I saw that they were trying to make AJ versus Tyson Fury, I was legitimately kind of worried for Jake Paul because I like Jake Paul. I think if you're a combat sports fan, you should like Jake Paul. That's a talk we'll have later on. But unpopular opinion, I think these combat sport guys who try to hate on Jake Paul just want to sound like MMA guys, in my opinion. Maybe I'm too young, but any guy who can come in the sport and is making fighters get paid more than what, they usually get paid, it's a good thing. And he's also putting on for women's fighting. So, yeah, Netflix had a all-women boxing event because of Jake Paul. So I think Jake Paul deserves a shit ton of respect.
I think people want to hate on him. After last night, I don't know if I can hate on him because he was.
Well, dude, first of all, even Ryan Garcia came out and said it. Most pro boxers do not start their career fighting fucking good pro boxers. They're going to Mexico and fighting like taxi drivers.
Yeah.
And fucking Uber Eat drivers for like their first 11 fights. Even Khabib was doing that shit. His first like 14 pro fights, dudes were like 0-11. Like, how is that shit getting sanctioned, first of all? But second of all, that's what every pro boxer is doing. So I don't know why we're expecting Jake Paul to come out here and fight fucking Alexander Usyk or something. Like, the fact that he even fought AJ was crazy, in my opinion. But even like just defending his other fights, like who else is he supposed to fight as a novice boxer? He is a novice boxer. He had no boxing experience.
Well, I think Jake Paul is a prize fight, so he's gonna take whatever makes sense. He doesn't have to take like you said, like the normal route when coming up in boxing. He didn't have an amateur career at all. He just hopped right into it. But I did notice in his early pro career, he was fighting scrubs as well. Then they was questionable. Okay, he's fighting ex-UFC fighters that are really good, but they're kind of older, and he's way bigger than them.
And they're not strikers. Silva,
yeah, they're not strikers. I think Jake Paul, that fight was good for him because now it leaves the door open for fights like maybe Canelo, Crawford.
You have to take him seriously now to fight like a real boxer. Like, bro, when people were like Jake Paul and Mike Perry happened and people were saying Canelo and Jake Paul was happening, I was like, there's no fucking way. But now I could see because Usyk doesn't want the Jake Paul money. He wants the Deontay Wilder fight. I guess just because he wants to like send out, like, I don't know. I guess he has a lot of respect for Wilder. Good human and an easy fight, I guess, I think. But
who's the easy fight for Wilder?
Deontay. No. Deontay Wilder is an easy fight for Usyk.
Oh, okay. I thought got you now. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a fight right there, though. That might be possible. Jake Paul versus Wilder now.
No, they're gonna do Wilder versus Usyk, and then he's probably gonna retire. I think. Well, I mean, I'm thinking what I was saying earlier is Terrence Crawford.
That would be a good one.
I mean, I know that he just retired, but I think it's because he wanted more money. Apparently, they offered him $50 million, and he wants more. And I feel like
he deserves more.
Maybe he has that money, but dude, the only person who's gonna pay more than
he handed Canelo an ass whooping and schooled him, bro, and people doubted him so badly.
Back to what we were talking about earlier. Just for when people see this video later on, whenever you see this, please comment. Who would be the A side in this fight? If you really know what an A side means, not off of boxing skill or accolades, but like a true A side. If Jake Paul and T Bud was announced by
Crawford,
most valuable promotions, it would be an MVP fight. Because is it going
to be an MVP part?
No, he's retired. Oh, no, I think that fight's happening. Because he retired. Maybe because he's not signed to no one if he retired. So he could technically sign to MVP to get a huge payday and come back. Because he technically doesn't have nothing to prove. Like, I don't think he needs to fight Canelo again.
No, if it was a close fight, but no.
I think he should just fight Jake Paul just for the money fight. Just because why not?
And here's the thing, like, let's say he signs the MVP.
Bro, 42-0. You beat he already has the best career damn near that you can have.
You gotta figure, bro, after he beat Canelo, after the fight, they were asking about it. They were saying, you're finally, if you did decide to fight again, you're going to be making a tremendous amount more money now because of this victory tonight. And he's like, I'm retired. You think that's not going to carry over it? Like, let's say he signs to MVP, whatever promotion, whatever, that they're going to fight on with each other. I don't know how the politics work with it. I would just think that he has more room to talk as far as when it comes to pay. I think Terrence Crawford would be the A side for this because they're boxing. Jake Paul is going to be huge for him. They're going to be huge for each other. But I think a fight like that, I think Crawford would be. Let's look about it like, okay, let's talk about who was the A side in Conor McGregor versus Mayweather. Mayweather was.
Yeah.
He made more money. But Conor McGregor was the bigger star.
Name.
I know, but Conor McGregor at the time was a huge name.
But still not bigger than Floyd.
Not bigger than Floyd. Floyd was
He was
retired.
popping, but he wasn't bigger than Floyd.
Yeah, but Floyd was retired. So it was like he was retired, and he fought him. Yeah. But what I'm saying is Conor McGregor's a huge star. That's my point. Is Conor is a mega star. And Jake Paul versus Terrence Crawford. Maybe Terrence Crawford isn't a mega star like Jake Paul, but he has the accolades I think would make him the A side. I could be wrong.
I don't think the accolade, but I just don't think that.
I can't picture him taking the fight knowing that Jake Paul is making more than him. I can't picture him taking that fight.
I mean, maybe there'd be a bonus. I mean, shit. I don't know if that's true though.
And it could be like maybe not a clause or something.
If Jake Paul offered him $80 million fucking dollars plus every other money that you're gonna make on top of that, he wouldn't take that. Here's $80 million to come fight Jake Paul, a fucking gimme fight.
I think if they did it, here's the thing though, they can do it like just a show and fight. You get $80 million. If you win, you get extra. Either or, Jake Paul or Terrence Crawford.
He already said
that's $100 million.
Chart that he said that he was gonna let Jake Paul do his thing, and then they said Jake Paul says $100 million. Yes, off the rip he said it. I'm telling you, I think Terrence Crawford and Jake Paul is a real fight now. Now that he fought Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul and Terrence Crawford is a real fight. Especially if you want to like kind of move on, because like I guess you could say Canelo is like the next biggest name after Mayweather, but you need like a new name to push up top. You can't do fucking Gervonta Tank Davis because he has no accolades. He doesn't move up the weight class, and I love Tank. You can't do Devin Haney. You could.
Oh yeah.
But Devin Haney's not a big name. Well, he's a big name, but people just don't love Devin Haney for some reason. But
I don't think Ryan Garcia could be A side. I think the only person that could be A side is Canelo or Terrence Crawford.
No, I'm not even just talking about A side. I'm just talking about like the biggest name boxer is probably Mayweather. But if you can do T-Bud and Jake Paul, now you have a new. Because bro, even after beating Canelo, I still feel like he's fucking huge now. But you still just can't ask more people on the street, do you know Terrence Crawford compared to do you know Jake Paul? More people are going to say they know Jake Paul. So that would definitely make probably like that is how A side mostly works most of the time. Because more people are going to be there for Jake Paul compared to Terrence Crawford. Like, bro, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson had 100 million people. That shit broke Netflix. It is the most watched fight of all time. Like, in 5 years, Jake Paul did this shit in 5 years, bro. This nigga fought Nate Robertson to fighting fucking Anthony Taylor in like 10 fights. And with a loss. Tommy Fury. And still did this shit. Like, it's crazy.
I don't know. I think Crawford's A side. I don't know. We will see what happens. We'll come back to this conversation later.
I definitely think Crawford will come back for that fight.
We're gonna come back to that conversation when that fight does happen.
Yes, sir. I'm ready to talk about Talbot, bro. No homo.
Well, let's talk about
Hayden Talbot.
Let's talk about UFC. Let's talk about the UFC event first, and then because he's the 135 division, so we're gonna touch on him anyway. In the end, let's talk about that fight coming up. That fight card coming up. You said Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes.
Is it
Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong.
Yeah, I'm gonna look real quick.
Hey, well, let's talk about this.
What's up?
Ariel Helwani said, you probably even heard Sean O'Malley talk about this on the Bro Malley podcast. But Ariel Helwani thinks that Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes should be the main event, and that Justin Gaethje and Patty Pimblett should be the co-main because it's interim championship compared to the undisputed UFC 135 women's bantamweight division championship. And it's Amanda Nunes, the former like pound for pound GOAT, and then the new Kayla Harrison's easily probably the most dominant female right now. So Valentina, but that's a big weight class. So
I agree with him, but I see why the UFC didn't do that. I mean,
No, like be for real, bro. Like if you ask more, it's the same thing with if you ask more people, like, hey, do you know Jake Paul or hey, do you know Terrence Crawford? If you get to pick one fight on that card besides Sean O'Malley and Song Yadong, you can only pick one fight: Justin Gaethje and Patty Pimblett, or Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes. How many people are going to pick Justin Gaethje and Patty instead of Amanda? If you can only pick one fight and you can only watch one fight.
Justin Gaethje versus Patty because I want to see that shit. It intrigues
Exactly.
me.
Dude,
and I think Amanda Nunes is going to put pause on
stupid ass fight, but it's a banger. Stupid ass fight, but it's a banger. And I remember saying it a long time ago. I do believe I actually predicted the same thing. I literally did predict, like literally, you can go back like 3 fucking months ago. I literally predicted that they would do an interim belt for Justin Gaethje and Patty Pimblett. I dead ass said it. I need you to find the clip.
We'll find it. It's probably an old episode. We'll find
it. It was an older episode. I think, bro, Harrison might have been on the fucking episode. I feel like I was on the bottom.
I have to find it. But
no, dude, like, because it was right when they said that Ilya was. It might have even been, for some reason they said Ilya wasn't going to be active. So I was like, and they said that Justin Gaethje was going to retire if he didn't get a belt, and they needed a fight. I said they're probably going to end up doing Patty and Justin for a fucking interim championship belt, which is crazy because Armin, I mean, he beat Dan Hooker, which is a bullshit ass win, but like, why was that fight even booked? Like, that's crazy.
You brought up Ilya Taporia. We're going to touch on that a different episode. I think that's a good topic to follow too, because I feel like people are jumping to conclusion on that shit.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
I
man.
think. No,
I'm not gonna bring it up.
I think Bryce jumped on conclusion on that. If I'm being honest, no disrespect to Bryce, but I can voice my opinion just like he can voice his opinion too. And I think he tried to. He was saying something like, women beat her, blah blah blah. I'm gonna whoop your ass and stuff like that. But it's at the same time, it's like we don't know the full story yet. And it sounded like she's trying to extort Ilya, and there's really no proof. And what happened was
apparently this motherfucker.
The guy in the fight.
You know,
she's crazy.
But you know the quote by Joe Rogan saying you need to live your life like people, like there's a camera crew watching you every day.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Ilya has been getting his life documented for the last 3 years, 24/7. So everything's on camera.
Like the P. Diddy documentary. Hey, for real, that's what 50 did. Is he bought the cameraman? P. Diddy didn't pay that cameraman. So 50 Cent bought the videos because P. Diddy thought he was gonna get out free, but it didn't turn out that way. But I'm starting to hear, that let's wait to see what happens. I think when it comes to domestic dispute, abusing people.
And was making fun of me because I run a farm and I run around in overalls, and he thought that was hilarious. Well, I got something for you, bitch. It's called the Wife Beater Special. That's right. I got my wife beater on for.
I haven't watched this yet. I haven't watched this yet.
I grew up without a dad. Never seen my dad, never will see my dad. And you know what? I'd rather not see my dad than have my dad there beating on my mom. Let me tell you something.
Clip's a little too long. But I mean,
okay, I didn't know he was making fun of Bryce already.
if that was true, I mean,
I get it. But like Bryce is probably just like, all right, you said fuck you. It's been 5 months. Fuck you now.
I just don't feel like Ilya is the guy to beat his wife.
But I don't know. I don't believe he's I don't believe
I was watching the Red Hawk recap the other day, and they were talking about this. Tim Welch, Joe Riggs, and there's some guy from Arizona that was on the podcast that usually hangs out with them. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like Ilya's the type of guy to get boozed up and
I just want to stop jumping to conclusions.
On his wife, and then
when it comes to this type of stuff.
Second of all, someone made a good point. Charles Oliveira couldn't take a bow from Ilya. Josh Emmett did, but you're telling me his wife is taking boom. Bro, how's his wife taking shots from Ilya, bro?
That's not a good joke.
That's not a joke. That's not a joke. That's dead serious. I don't joke about like domestic violence. I don't joke about that, but like real shit, bro. Like, what could even if it was violence in there, was it a shove? Was it a push? And then like, what was she doing? So there's a lot of like what ifs about it. I don't think there's any reason to jump into conclusions. You know?
I think we should wait to see what happens. I think it's fucked up that when these things pop up, because it's a serious accusation when a man puts his hands on a female, and when these
Especially
things
that
pop up,
thing.
most people tend to look at the female and sympathize with her, and because it's such a serious accusation where they sympathize with the woman, and we see a lot with people that have money or big athletes or whatever. The same thing happens with them, except it's on a platform. People can watch it in real time. Media can talk about it. Internet can talk about it. And I just don't want to jump to a conclusion that Ilya Taporia was beating the fuck out of his wife until
Did you see the clip of?
I just don't want to believe it until I see proof.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's the type of guy. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like he's the type of guy to be the.
Now, if he did it,
you see the clip of the
they
Nelk
got
boys?
benefits of it. You said what?
Did you see the clip of the Nelk boys a long time ago when they hung out with Ilya and they were like, "Dude, you met your wife in Miami."
Yeah, he got pissed about that. Like,
yeah,
he got pissed about that, and it's funny because
maybe he has short man problems, bro. I mean, he really did think he would move up to 170, and I don't know, bro.
I don't think, bro. I just think that's a serious accusation. We shouldn't.
I don't think he did.
Especially the internet. Especially the internet, so quick to judge.
They really are, dude. They look for any reason to hate you, bro. I mean, I don't know.
We gotta wait, bro. We gotta wait. And at the same time, it's like, bro,
they hate you as fast as they love you. I mean, Payne and Talbot said it best.
Conor McGregor can fucking
next topic, bro. We should just
piss on an old man's car and knock him out. And people are like, hey, Conor McGregor. But as soon as fucking Ilya Taporia has an accusation, it's like
they don't want John Jones. I don't know if I got to say this yet. Why is John Jones? How the fuck can you not trust John Jones in the main event of the White House card when you ask people the MMA go? Because people say, first of all, don't fucking tell me Demetrius Johnson is the MMA go. So we're not.
He's a go to his division. I don't know, like overall though.
I mean, dude, I love DJ. I love Mighty Mouse. I love the Mighty Mouse.
Of all time, John Jones, yes. Of all time, John Jones.
But he's the only American that you can say. GSP's Canadian, Khabib's Russian. Fucking
Harrison says, boom, bat, boom.
I don't know. He wants combos. Boom, boom, boom. Head movement.
Hey, what's up, Harrison?
But no, like, it's just crazy, dude. Like, I don't know. John Jones is the only American MMA GOAT you have, and you don't trust him on the card. He's never pulled. I mean, he's only pulled out of the when he had to get when he got suspended.
Bro, they don't trust John Jones, but they got Dumas on the fucking UFC cards and shit.
I like him.
And I like him too. I like him too, and I think he deserves to get his too in the UFC. Yes, but I'm saying is, you're talking about backgrounds and shit. It's like, come on, bro.
I don't know, bro. He says yes to every fight. And honestly, there's just something about if he hasn't been cut yet, there's something about him that Dana sees or something. I don't know. Or maybe, dude, I gotta get on my grind. Or maybe 185 is just that dry right now.
I don't know, but John Jones is GOAT. Tom Aspinall is a crybaby.
And I mean, I'm not even like I still don't feel like he needed the Tom Aspinall fight to prove anything. And Tom Aspinall really hasn't done anything. Like, I get it, he won the interim heavyweight champion, whatever, but against who? Sergey.
I know is after what I just seen, bro. I think they're talking about Alex Pereira probably fighting
Cyril Gane.
Since Tom Aspinall is so hurt, they're talking about, hey, Alex Pereira comes straight. Let's fight.
Hear me out. UFC is signed to Paramount now, bro. Shit's getting serious. You need big fights.
I would watch that. Alex Pereira versus him.
The UFC is a business. So at the end of the day, even Dana White sometimes, I mean, even booking Pereira and Ankalaev, if you really think about it, that is fair for the fighting wise. Even as a fighter, when I think fighter mode with my fighter brain, that's what you have to do. Ankalaev deserved that title shot, but technically, stylistically there's bigger fights you can do. You should have easily done Alex Pereira and John Jones. As a business, that is the biggest fight you have. You could have easily already made that fight. That fight could have easily been made.
Hey, you know what's funny about that?
Instead, you're so hooked up. Like, let me finish. You're still so hooked up on the fucking idea of Tom Aspinall and John Jones for what? Because as a business, when you can easily
Dana White's not hooked on it no more.
But why were you even having that dumbass idea in the thought of your head? Because he's a heavyweight who knocks people out quick and he's British. Like, you think you can make that a big deal because heavyweights that can knock people. Like, you're not going to get another Brock Lesnar, bro. Tom Aspinall has no fucking order. He's not a fucking Brock Lesnar. He is not bigger than Alex Pereira. As a business, why do you even think about Tom Aspinall? No, get him out the fucking picture and you easily make John Jones and Pereira. As a business, that is your biggest fight. Like, people think too much as fighters and not as a business, but the UFC is a fucking business. Like,
it's true. I think Dana White, after the whole Tom Aspinall eye poke thing, he was like, I think he's on board of whatever now. Like, fuck it. You know, Tom Aspinall wants to sit out. We'll put on a money fight then. So that's how Dana White's always been, though. So you've seen him do it with John Jones. Except for John Jones at the end of their career now has found
you need to do that.
He's found a mutual relationship with Dana White now.
I don't want to see.
But that's not how it's always been, though.
You don't need to do Alex Pereira and Shogun. Don't do that. You don't do that.
And Shogun. You said what?
Don't do Cyril Gane and Alex Pereira. You don't need to do that. You just need to do John Jones and fucking Alex Pereira. Fuck Cyril Gane. Be for real. If you ask more people on the streets in the world, hey, what fight you can only watch one fight. You get one fight to watch. And these are your choices. Alex Pereira or Cyril Gane or Alex Pereira and John Jones. How many fucking people are going to be like, oh, I'd rather watch Cyril Gane than Alex Pereira? If so, turn around, show me your neck, boom. Because be for real, bro. You'd rather watch Alex Pereira and John Jones. Get Cyril Gane the fuck out of that, bro.
I think Cyril Gane and Alex Pereira
is a bro.
And I don't know if it's gonna be a boring fight. I think it's gonna be a good fight, but I think John Jones versus Alex Pereira. I think honestly, bro, John Jones versus Alex Pereira, they're gonna strike. They're gonna have fun. At the end of the day, John Jones taking that fool down and beating the fuck out.
But dude, Cyril Gane is this kind of fucking. He's not gonna run. He will use good move. Like it'll be
it'll be a technical fight between the both of them. I think.
But be for real, Michael.
I think the fans want to see Jones versus Alex Pereira.
Yeah, like bro,
I think $100 Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane is still a fun fight. If you're a fan of the sport, though, if
I give you $100, let's just say I know there's not a pay-per-view model no more, but let's say they say you have to watch it for this fight exclusive. You have to pay $100. You're gonna put your $100 in Cyril Gane versus Pereira?
No, I just told you I'd rather watch John Jones than Alex Pereira.
But even as a fan of the sport, like even if you just think as a fan, like an MMA nerd.
Okay, let me tell you something. John Jones versus Alex Pereira. John Jones beats Alex Pereira. John Jones versus, or either one of them beat each other. If they were to fight Cyril Gane next, I think that would be a good fight too. I just like fighting, but I do understand that as the name Alex Pereira and John Jones, I'm going to lean more towards that anyways because that's the fight I want to see. It's like Christmas for like fight fans, you know what I mean? That's the fight you want to see. But I don't think Cyril Gane is a boring fight. I think it's a technical fight for both the fighters, actually. I think John Jones he already beat Cyril Gane, but I think John Jones will be the winner of both of them.
Bro,
I think John Jones takes Alex Pereira down and beat the fuck out of him.
Because, bro, first of all, Diego Lopez and Volk 2, stupid fight. Stupid ass fight. But I guess Diego Lopez is the biggest. He's still a bigger name than LaRon Murphy. And he's still a bigger name than Evolve, or however you say it.
They got those motherfuckers fighting on a fight night, bro.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Technically, those are like the title shot contenders. Nope. We got you in the fight night in March.
UFC London.
Hey, I'm about to wrap it up, but I do want to talk about the 135 division going into 2026 before we wrap it up. It ended with Merab losing his belt to Peter Yan. We know.
Did you get to watch the whole event? Did you pay for it?
Yeah, I paid for it actually.
I did too, bro.
It was a good fight.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
Yeah, it was a good fight. It was it was a good fight, and I think just styles make fights. Sean O'Malley versus Peter Yan that happened already. O'Malley won. Was a 3-round fight though, right?
Yeah, 3-round fight. It was UFC 282. It was Islam and Oliveira, Aljo, and TJ Dillashaw, and then it was
So-
Peter Yan.
If they both fight again, I think it kind of benefits Peter Yan because it's going to go the full 5 rounds. We know Peter Yan's a slow starter.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. As a Sean O'Malley fan, I am scared.
It's going to be a fun fight. I don't think O'Malley's a bitch neither.
I think he can get past the dong, but
I think it's going to be all striking, bro. That's why it's going to be fun. Like, I really think.
The dong is definitely gonna shoot.
Oh no! I was talking about Peter Yan and that fight. Well, he got to get past Song Yadong.
Oh no, I think Peter Yan will shoot, bro. He can't risk that. He'll definitely shoot. He'll strike a little bit, and he'll shoot. Dude, you're gonna shoot an O'Malley. I don't know why you wouldn't be for real. His timing, you're not gonna get. That's a different timing than Merab. Like Merab has I don't know. I mean, Peter Yan already he's felt that timing before. And, when Peter Yan's already felt your timing and he really gets a good rhythm on you, he really finds a good flow. And I think that's what happened. And I think I even said a couple months back when they made that fight, I think I picked Peter Yan because I thought that Merab was too active. But who else was on that card?
On that Peter Yan versus Merab. Fuck.
Talbot and Cejudo.
Talbot and Cejudo. That was a good fight.
What do you think about that?
Cejudo just got to retire. I think Talbot's just a bigger dude. It showed in those grappling exchanges. Talbot's just bigger and stronger too. I thought it was a good fight for both of them. I think Henry fought his ass off. I don't think he was a bitch in that fight. I think he fought to his full potential.
Cejudo's a dog, bro.
Yeah, and I think Talbot, that was a good fight for him because that's your first big name. You know what I mean? And that just opened the door for bigger names up to come. So that was good for him.
Dude, Talbot is the real fucking deal, bro.
Let's talk about it though. So I got three things I want to talk about before we close the show.
I do want to talk.
Fights. You said what?
Were you going to talk about fights of the year?
We can add that to it. That's 4.
I'm thinking about fights of the year, finishes of the year.
Fights of the year. Who you got for fight of the year? I may be too lit to remember fight of the year. I'm not gonna lie.
No, dude, Joshua Van and Brandon Roval.
Okay.
That shit was crazy. Dude.
Joshua Van's the beast.
Where's my phone? If I can find my phone, because it fell earlier. Yeah, dude. I'm going to look up fights of the year in Tapology because they have it ranked. That'll help me remember some of them. Because I feel like once you say the name of them, you'll remember it. Because I watched every card this year, bro. I mean, all I do is work and train, so I always have my Saturdays off. Did you watch any boxing lately, bro? Or have you been keeping up with that Japanese guy?
Working. You said what?
The Japanese guy. You know who I'm talking about?
No, I got to see.
Ooh, Khalil Roundtree and Yuri Prohaska was a banger, bro. You remember that fight?
That was a good fight.
They said that Josh Rovan and Brandon Roval was the #1 fight of the year. That fight was pretty good. You remember the day I fought? When I fought Trey?
Yeah.
Jack Della Maddalena, Bilal Muhammad was a banger. I rewatched that I watched it a couple of weeks ago because I was studying a little bit of JDM, bro. I've been doing some boxing lately, so I mean, there wasn't this no crazy fights.
Yeah, I can't think of nothing off the dome.
Well, there's just nothing. Oh, dude, Malcolm Wellmaker and Ethan Ewing. That fight was pretty good, bro. I mean, that wasn't no fight of the year, but that shit was fun to watch. And that was recent.
I feel like they probably had a bunch of good fights on the undercards of shit, like fucking fight nights and shit.
Yeah. But my favorite fight of the year, just because of the time it was in and this how I've been feeling lately, and something I've been watching a lot. Peyton Talbot, Henry Cejudo, bro. That was just I don't know, bro. There's something about, I don't know. When you're super inspired by shit, you can take an energy through some shit like that. So watching that live, especially because I've been a Talbot fan for like 2 years, I don't know, bro. Kind of inspired me a little bit. It was a banger.
I gotta take a fucking piss. So let's talk about in that same division at 135 fights you want to see going into 2026 or in 2026, and also to close it off? Who do we think is going to be the champion of 135 at the end of 2026?
Ooh, shit.
So what are some fights we want to see at 135 bantamweight division? Bantamweight,
Yeah.
bantamweight division in 2026. What are some fights we want to see? I can name 2 right now off the bat. I want to see Peyton Talbot versus Bryce Mitchell.
But I love
Or
that.
I want to see Peyton Talbot versus Chito Vera.
Yes. Talbot and Chito Vera is a banger, but also I don't know. I think that's a finish, bro. I think Chito just does not move his head.
You think he can finish him?
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's been getting dropped. I mean, he still has a chin, but I think Talbot catches him.
Is there a possibility that we see? Because Bryce Mitchell still has to work his way up to that division. I think he will. It's going to be interesting though
They'll
seeing him
probably
go
do
against
like
these top.
in Bryce Mitchell, but I'm curious on why he's not why is he not active, bro? I feel
He
like
probably wants a bigger name because he's not ranked yet, but I'm pretty sure he probably wants a bigger name.
But
That's why I said Peyton Talbot, because Peyton Talbot's ranked 14th right now, I think. So he's just right there. If you fight Peyton Talbot, you're in the rankings there for that division.
He hasn't been fighting a big name. His last couple of fights haven't been big.
And he switched weight classes though to 135. That's what I'm saying. But his next fight has to be big. That's what I was saying. The next fight has to be somebody in the top 15 at least. And the top 15 has to be in the low ranking, which would be like take Peyton Talbot's like number 14.
No,
Perfect fight.
That's pretty
He got
high.
higher?
He's 11.
Well, he went up then. At some point, he was at 14 or something like that. In the top 15, I would say like maybe.
You got Zahabi. You could probably do Zahabi and Bryce Mitchell, but I don't think you can do Zahabi like that. But you can put him on a pay-per-view. It'll put Zahabi on a pay-per-view if you really want to boost him, because he's getting up there, and you could, I don't know, you got some fights you can try to do off of that, but I don't know. The guy who looks like Ariel Helwani.
Yeah. Hey, that's who I heard that Peyton Talbot wants to fight.
I'd like to see that, bro.
I don't know. I think Bryce, to break that top 15, I think they can give him a name that's not a big name in the division. What about Adrian Yanez? That's a bad matchup for him?
No.
For a bad matchup for Yanez.
Adrian Yanez is not even ranked no more, I think, bro. Let's
no, he still got no hands. I'm just trying to think of somebody that would make sense for him to fight. I'm telling you, Talbot is the fucking
Chito Vera. You just do Talbot and Chito Vera. Or no, I don't know. O'Malley has to win. Oh man, I need the MMA gods to.
If O'Malley loses, then O'Malley versus fucking
Talbot.
Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah. Dude, Bryce Mitchell thinks that fight can happen. So dude,
I don't think it'll happen unless
Bryce Mitchell, bro. Peyton Talbot, Bryce Mitchell, main event of a fight night. UFC fucking Hot Springs. I don't know.
No, I think that fight will be good in itself because they're both got names. And Peyton Talbot's kind of starting to hit that point where he's gonna surpass star power in a way, like other fighters. I think he's reaching that level now. He hasn't reached it yet. He's reaching it though. I think Bryce's name is up there. People know Bryce in the sport of MMA, and it just makes sense to put them together, see what happens. And I think they got 2 different personalities. I think it makes for a great.
It'd be a fun fight, bro. That press conference would be lit.
I think they both would talk shit to each other. I really do think so.
I can see Talbot talking some shit, bro. He talks a little bit of shit.
I can see what's his name talking shit. So I think it'd be fun for the fans, but
Do you think they do Marab and Peter Yan 3?
Not right away, because not right away. I want to put it past them doing it, but not right away. And that leaves you like, who the fuck does Marab
Peyton
fight?
Talbot, Marab, Peyton Talbot, Marab, Peyton Talbot, Marab might happen. Peyton Talbot, fucking Marab might.
If that does happen, they need to put that at the end of the year, bro. Though, give Peyton Talbot 2 more good fights, bro, and then give Marab.
No, just do it. Just do Peyton Talbot and Marab.
Fuck it, I guess. Shit.
Just do it, bro.
I'm calling it right now. Peyton Talbot and Marab. I'm dead serious.
I got a fucking piss, but
that's the fight I want to see in 2026.
Let's close it with this. Who's going to be your champion at the end of the year at 135 division? Who do you think is going to hold the belt?
I can tell you the champion of the 185 division.
This is 135. Oh, 180. Oh, my boy Adrian. Okay.
No, not in the UFC, but whatever promotion.
I got you.
135 though, I'm just gonna say long shot, probably O'Malley.
I was gonna say the same thing. Long shot for me though. Your long shot for me would be fucking Talbot.
Yeah.
On some short notice shit, like need him to step up.
No,
I wouldn't put it past the UFC.
You have to do Talbot and Cejudo. Not Cejudo. I'm tripping. You have to do Talbot and Marab. I think you can really do Marab. I really.
Well, that would be the fight. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like Peyton Talbot would have to fight Chito Vera. Maybe one more fight.
Yeah.
Or Chito Vera Marab, then title fight. That's 3 fights in the 20.
Chito Vera Marab? Fuck no. Chito Vera's been losing. You can't.
I know, but he's ranked. Isn't he ranked higher than him?
No,
Chito Vera's like 9.
Yeah, he's ranked higher than him. That's what I'm saying. So he's working his way up. That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, but you still do that though because.
Bro, you can't go fucking rank 11 versus fucking rank number 1 like just right away. You got to bump it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can do quick. If Talbot wants to be active, you can do Talbot, Chito Vera, quick. Like you can do that in March or maybe April.
Right.
Maybe do it in June, maybe International Fight Week. And then later on in the year, you can do Marab and Talbot. Because I think that's what they want to do. I think you should do Talbot and Marab.
Yeah.
I think
hey, bro, I got
the co-main of maybe hopefully O'Malley and Peter Yan. Who knows?
Hey, bro, I got to fucking pee.
O'Malley and Kumar. But all right, brother.
We for to close it though. No, we're gonna touch on these topics a lot more. I think we had a bunch of fun topics. I think we got a lot of shit to talk about going into this new year too. So we'll be back on. Catch my boy Adrian, Boiser City. Live
casino. Hit me up. All my socials, just my full name, Adrian Mumphrey. Instagram, Facebook.
Kicking off the year with an ass whooping, January 3rd. January 3rd. Catch my boy, Whoop Ass, my co-host, the homie. Go out there and get the dub. Hit him up for tickets. And yeah, bro, we finna close this out. I gotta go pee. The Draconian Combat, episode 94. We are out.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.